When it comes to recipes, there's good, there's great, and there's perfect. Why settle for anything less? From dinner party dishes and indulgent puddings, right through to family suppers and Asian banquets, we've got it covered as we bring some of the nation's top culinary talents together to share their years of expertise. Taking over the kitchen to show they know how to make perfect Italian dishes are maestro of Italian food Theo Randall and young gun Aaron Craze. Theo and Aaron will be cooking 3 very different dishes to show they know what makes Italian food perfect. From well-known favourites and simple snacks to the ultimate Italian feast, they've got the perfect recipe for any occasion. For the first round, our chefs have to make their rendition of a classic dish. After pasta, risotto is one of Italy's most famous culinary exports. It's a simple dish, but easy to get wrong, and it takes real skill to produce a great bowl of creamy, well-cooked risotto. Whose dish will get our judges' vote? Making their way to the dining room are 3 people who live and breathe great Italian food and have high expectations of this cuisine. Italian husband and wife team Simonetta and Avi Reichenbach set up their critically acclaimed restaurant Ida in London's Queen's Park 4 years ago, where they specialise in regional Italian cooking.
I think for me the perfect Italian food is something that's very simple, homely, not necessarily beautiful to look at, but you know from the start that it's been made with integrity and just the best ingredients.
You have to have a lot of passion, fresh products. It's all about simplicity and also the colorfulness of the dishes, and possibly red, green and white.
Our final judge, Julie Platanier, grew up in Sicily and still considers Italy her home. She now runs her own catering company and cookery school.
Simple is the key. I think once you mess it up, it's no longer Italian.
On this show, the food's doing the talking. Our Italian food experts have no idea which chefs are cooking for them. They'll make their decisions on the food alone. Time for the judges to dig in.
Oh, they both look delicious.
First up, it's Theo's porcini risotto.
Porcini mushroom is the most wonderful ingredient to make a risotto with. There's not too much in there, but with a bit of butter and a bit of parmesan and that last sort of whisking of the rice, it'll be delicious.
That's very good.
And it's not been killed by parmesan. Sometimes people just go too far for decoration as well. You know, the shavings, and then you don't taste anything else.
And not weighed down by too much cream or butter either. It's a very nice, clean taste.
Yeah. It's done perfectly. I mean, the grains are cooked to the point, to the right point. It's simple, but to the point.
And it's unashamedly plain. There's nothing at all sexy looking about this risotto. It's plain, it's a boring colour, but the tastes are really pure. Every single element of it, I think, is done to perfection.
Theo's porcini risotto is a hit with the judges. Will Aaron's seafood risotto fare as well?
Do you know, I'm quite confident. Some people might perceive it as sort of like down a paella sort of road, but I think I've done it justice.
It's very fishy. It's a bit more. It's got more of a fish flavour than a seafood flavour. That's it.
Yes.
I mean, it's delicious. It's just, it would be. I would probably describe that more as a fish and seafood risotto than call it a seafood risotto. That's.
Yeah, I agree. Personally, I've never seen it done with salmon or red mullet.
Which is in itself is delicious, actually. The piece of red mullet is very nice. It's just a bit unusual in the risotto.
No, it's beautifully cooked, nice crispy skin.
Generally speaking, I mean,
well executed.
it's well executed, and
it's delicious.
I wish everybody could make risotto like this.
Yeah, exactly.
It would be already great.
Now they are making their simple dishes, which are as easy to make as they are delicious to eat.
This is my simple Italian supper of homemade potato gnocchi with tomato sauce, buffalo mozzarella and fresh basil.
Lovely. Well, there's my classic calzone of Italian sausage and fennel with a nice sweet tomato sauce. Fresh! Oh, ow.
Time for the judges to taste. First up, it's Theo's gnocchi with tomato sauce and mozzarella.
Quite confident in my gnocchi dish because it was so simple. It was literally potatoes, a bit of egg, a bit of flour, rolled up, straight in the water, and a tomato sauce. Very, very simple.
Very nice.
That's delicious.
Yeah, it is delicious.
Can't be more Italian than that.
You can't, can you? That's
The colours are right.
Also,
Yeah,
the basil, I think, goes very well, makes it taste fresher.
Yeah, and the sauce, the tomato sauce is perfect.
Yeah, it's a very nice sauce.
the gnocchi's got a really good texture.
Melts in your mouth. And
Yeah.
That's the way it should be.
And the mozzarella at the end, they must have put the mozzarella at the very end, is just right. It hasn't got too stringy.
It's a perfect example of how you can make a really tasty dish. Very simple, very good.
The judges are happy with Theo's simple gnocchi. Time to taste Aaron's Italian sausage and fennel calzone.
This looks really fun, doesn't it?
It does,
it's a
yeah.
fun dish.
I've put my own little twist in there, so fingers crossed, you know, they're gonna enjoy it over Theo's.
That's delicious.
Yeah, the sausage is typical, simple.
I didn't get any sausage in my first bit. That's lovely.
Yeah, it
I
is
love
really
that
nice
Italian sausage. It's
Yeah.
just got such a definitive flavour.
The dough is quite an interesting texture, isn't it?
Yeah.
With, I think it could have done without the polenta on the outside, which is a bit like getting sort of sand in your teeth.
Yeah, it's got that. Yeah, which isn't a pleasant.
Not really.
It looks sort of more fun, I suppose. Without it, it might look a little bit plain.
I really like the combination with fennel and pork sausages.
Yeah.
It's quite a clever thing.
It's very clever.
It's
Yeah.
very clever.
The judges love the flavour of Aaron's sausage and fennel filling, but think that Theo's gnocchi is perfectly executed. Which simple dish will they go for? Time for the third and final round. This is where Theo and Aaron really get to show off their culinary skill and passion for Italian cuisine as they create their ultimate dish. Both chefs have gone for boned and rolled slow-cooked joints, but which one will be perfect? Theo's lamb or Aaron's porchetta? Time to taste. First up, it's Aaron's porchetta with dragoncello sauce.
The other stuff was really simple. It's a feast, isn't it?
Yes.
I've got the dragoncello in there. I've got a nice little bit of rocket going on and those sautéed potatoes, so I'm very confident that my one's gonna overcome this time.
The pork's beautifully tender, isn't it?
very.
It
Yeah,
just
tender,
melts in your
moist.
mouth.
Very.
It's moist. They're just great flavours. You get, pork, fennel, can't go wrong.
I think that's
Yeah.
delicious. Really,
No, it's
really
good.
delicious.
It's good. The pork is perfectly cooked, so
It is,
by,
it
by
really is.
itself already it's a treat. With the other flavors, it's nicely combined. No,
Very nice, yeah.
It all complements each other really well. Yeah.
It does.
The judges are suitably impressed by Aaron's take on porchetta. What will they make of Theo's slow roast shoulder of lamb with polenta?
I think this, so far, looking at it, it looks like that typical kind of, and I mean this in the best possible way, old lady Italian food.
Yeah,
you
nonna
don't-
food.
Nonna food, yeah.
I think the judges will like my ultimate Italian dish because it's one of those sort of classic dishes of slow cooking with vegetables and everything's in one pan and, there's just like loads and loads of flavour in every mouthful.
And that lamb's lovely.
It's very good
Yeah, very good.
and very well cooked.
Yeah, the lamb is cooked to perfection, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the polenta is actually very delicate as well.
It's very traditional. It's very tasty, delicious.
Actually, the polenta makes the whole dish come together really well.
The judges have got a tough decision to make. Will they go for Aaron's contemporary take on porchetta or Theo's old school slow roast shoulder of lamb?